Hello, good afternoon. This is Dr. Gabriella and this is my first try for a live event. And I didn't schedule this with anybody, didn't let anybody know. I just figured I try it myself and see how it goes. I was today reading through some poetry and some of my stories that I wrote 27 years ago. And one of the little poem I wrote, it was regarding living in the light, living in the sunlight. And I translated it today to English. It doesn't sound as great as in Hungarian, but I'm going to try. Living in a light, living in a shining light. Happiness is surrounding everything. You see the sun shining, the sky laughing, the flowers opening their petals and whispering to you, you are free. This poem and also reading additional poetry and some of the stories I wrote 27, 30 years ago keep reminding me of what does it really mean to live in the light in today, in today's world, instead of living in the darkness. There's so many sad and dark things happening every single day. We have wars going on. We have people who are hungry. We have people who don't have a place to live. There's a lot of people who are suffering all over the world. So, what does it really mean with all the bad things going on to try to live with the light? Try to live as happily and as joyfully as possible, and how we can achieve that. I think this is not an easy question. I think we can find moments of joy in every day. We can find a joyful moment just going out and being reconnecting to nature. If you have that chance, walk among the trees. One of my favorite things to do is walk barefoot around the trees, in the water, spend time with family and friends, and enjoy small things like lighting a candle, listening to music, um, having the ability to have a nice meal, to have shelter, and be grateful and joyful for those moments. I think those are all parts of what can connect to living in the light, but also it's kind of a philosophy of life. And for me, it's especially interesting that there was a lot of things that I wrote many, many years ago that I forgot how I was thinking. And I'm thinking the same way now, but there was kind of like this between time when some of the things changed. I'm still the same person, but you get busy, you get married, you have children, you have multiple jobs, you go to school, and all those things you forget. And now you have a moment to maybe slow down in life and you remember. Remember to enjoy the sunshine, remember to enjoy just being going outside or just a silent moment spent with family. I'm grateful I was able to talk to my mom today and I was able to talk to one of my sisters and able to check in with some other family and friends to see how they are doing. And I would be curious what you think. What does it mean to living in the light versus the darkness? What does happiness and joy means to you? We naturally have sadness in our life. Um, Sadness comes and goes. Many different things can trigger sadness in our life. Losing a loved one, loss of job, lots of loss of friends. Um, Interestingly, many times what we call stuff that we collect does not really matter in our life. I lost a house in my life. It doesn't really matter. The house burned down, but my family was safe. Animals were safe. That's all that mattered, right? At that moment, all the stuff you got, nobody cares about because it's just it's just things. But the joyful moment was to find out that everybody's safe. Your family and loved ones are safe. Memories we make can also stay with us. We can remember them and they are joyful. Today I was reading stories that I wrote for my mom and my grandmother, and it was so nice to read those stories and poems and just remember how grateful and thankful I am for them to be here. Mom, thank you. Thank you for having me. um, Life goes by really quick. Some of the things I wrote, 27, 30 years ago, I wrote about the story in a dream, and it said, I was older, I was 30 years old, and now looking back, 30 years old is not that old. I'm definitely much older than that now. Um, so it is interesting our perspective, how they change. And we were younger, and as we get older, what old is, what young is, what are the things that matter and do not matter in our life. Living in a light to me means that you connect with people, plants, animals, and everything around you. Keeping the connection with family, friends, and with yourself. Because sometimes we can disconnect from ourselves as well. We might feel that we are not good enough, either at home or at work, or some of our thoughts. So it is important to be grateful for you, for yourself, to be here and find that inner light that connects you to everything around you. Be the shining light, be the flower that opened the petals, and you just feel free and joyful, and spread the seed that connects you to other living things and plants, and spread the joy and the light in your life and also in other people's life. So again, this is Dr. Gabriella Kuroshi, and this is my first time of trying to attempt a live streaming, and I wanted to see how it works. So I might try to schedule a few more in the future, but actually we have conversations with other people as well. It's not just only me who is talking. So this was an interesting experiment, and thank you for listening, if you are listening, and have a wonderful rest of your day until I see you next time. If you like my channel, please subscribe, and I also write on Medium and on Newsbreak. So hope to see you one of those places. And my website is www.gabriellakoroshi.org. Thank you, take care, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.